So here's something neat for you. What we have here is the MT-32, which is a good MIDI synth used for old PC gaming and, you know, general music production. We're going to turn that one on. And what's on top is the Roland PR-100, like a sequencer, which is used for recording your own creations and such on keyboards, MIDI keyboards and stuff. But the nifty thing is the drive and how you can stop, you can record and then stop and play back what you've recorded. You can change your tempo, and there's a few other functions here for merging and deleting and stuff. And it uses 2 tracks. So when you save your arrangement into this and save it to the drive, you can have 2 simultaneous tracks running and then either enable or disable them on playback. So I went over to my 286 and I loaded up Prince of Persia and Curse of Monkey Island, and basically ran into the MIDI import here and recorded what the computer was spitting out. And it's pretty simple to save it to the disk. So now we're going to load. This is a spiral disk. It just starts at the top and just spirals into the disk. And there we go, we're ready. And then I've got Prince of Persia on track 1 and Monkey Island on 2. So we're going to do Monkey Island. Give it a second. As you can see, so you can then skip back on your measures and restart, but if it's not been playing in sequence, it's not like a CD stopping and starting if what's left over from the previous bar, but and then we can go back to Prince of Persia, but we're going to have to restart the MT-32 because of the sound patches that were loaded in by the Monkey Island stuff. So we're on measure 47. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. I think the tempo sets itself, I can't remember, but anyway. This one, the recording I made, every time I do it I get a CRC checksum error, which is weird, but I'll press play. So the princess awaits, and then there is a buffer overrun, usually because of the speed, but I'm using a 286. It's not 100% perfect, but So much shorter, that one. But you'll see it will keep running because the Monkey Island track is still running behind it. But because it's loaded up the instruments from Prince of Persia, when you do switch to Monkey Island, it'll sound a bit goofy. See, that just sounds weird. So yeah, you have to reset the MT-32 before you start, otherwise, because all the instruments and the special sounds are loaded at the very beginning of the MIDI track. Anyway, there you go. That's the PR-100. This drive I completely stripped out and found a suitable belt that was twice the width, so I had to cut it lengthways, but it fitted great, greased everything, and that is a working Quickdisk drive, which, you know, seems to be a bit of a rare thing. All of these sequences that you see online for sale are either that they just hear the drive whirring, or they're sold untested, or, you know, known faulty. It's a pain. It's a pain to replace this. You have to completely strip the drive down and remove all of the gears just to reach where the belt path is. So not recommended. But, you know, kind of satisfying. I know these discs were used on the Famicom disk system, but yeah, don't think of them like a disc, think of them like a tape, because the motor that spins the disc is directly tied to the movement of the head, and the head just starts at the beginning, and as the disc is spinning, it just slowly moves in, and it does it in one go. And I'm not sure on the specs of it, it's maybe 64 or 128k per side, and it will just read the entire contents of the disc into memory. There's no like, oh, I'll find a file here, I'll find a file here. There's no circular tracks. It's one spiral track, and it's just sort of a complete memory dump in one go. So it's cute. They feel pretty flimsy. They come in these little holders. So these are the Roland Quickdisks, which, you know, on the other side of this, I've got some other people recorded their piano stuff. What you also find Quickdisks as is a sound library disc, and these are for samplers or keyboards, and these would contain different instruments for synth keyboards, I believe. That's their purpose. So these are not, you don't play these back on this. So you see strings and chorus. If you try and load one of these into here, it just goes like, what? No, I don't deal with that. So yeah, there you go. There is the Roland PR-100 with my MT-32. Bit of a demo.